Hey everybody, welcome to your Aries horoscopes for the week ending September 2nd, last few days of August, moving into September. That means we're a few weeks away from fall, which is really exciting for those who are really looking forward to it, like me, for example. We have a pretty calm week, and then it gets a little bit crazy at the end of the week here. Aries focus is still on your day-to-day schedule, although Chiron does bring an influence of those you love into that day-to-day schedule. And I tend to interpret this as either wanting to make time for people that you haven't seen in a while and just not being able to, because Chiron is still unfortunately retrograde. So it's unable, the inability to make changes in your schedule to accommodate people that you would like to try and accommodate. You just can't right now, unfortunately, which really is tough sometimes. I've been in a lot of situations where somebody is going through something. I really would love to just drop everything and be there for them, and I can't. I don't have the gas to get there. I can't drop anything. There's it really makes you feel bad, and it really puts you in that feeling powerless place, specifically because you want to do something to help the situation rather than sitting around and worrying about the situation. So that could be a little bit frustrating throughout the week, but I also tend to look at it in a different way as well. And that is that when we are unfortunately unable to accommodate someone or something that they need, there's usually a reason why we are taken out of the equation. Either we are meant to focus on what's in front of us right now and not get distracted from that, or they're meant to figure this out on their own or go in a different direction to get the help. So basically everything happens for a reason. It makes it easier to kind of think of it that way. As we get into the end of the week, Friday and Saturday, the moon does move into Aries, and the moon's influence in those you love is going to create a bit of an emotional challenge, specifically because the moon is moving into opposition with Mars, which of course is your ruling planet, but also the planet of aggression. So this is one of those classic cases, actually, where I know you guys always want to support those that you love. And when you can't and you need support from that person, you get this angry sort of, like I'm supposed to just drop everything for you when you can't do that for me, kind of a thing. And when something like that follows up your inability to be able to help somebody out, it sort of creates this emotional baloney in your head in some cases, to where you're talking yourself through the situation and realizing, oh my God, I have to sacrifice myself for everybody else or they won't sacrifice for me. But if you look at other instances where you did sacrifice yourself and they weren't there for you, you're going to see that this really is an excuse. Rather than just saying I'm unavailable right now like you did, they're going to actually use your inability to be able to be there for them, to kind of use it to their advantage and use it against you, which is a really crappy thing that people do, unfortunately. I've talked a lot in the past week or so because, of course, we still are in Mercury retrograde. And that shadow period of the Mercury retrograde was a bitch, a Rooney Dooney, let me tell you. It was really crazy, even if Mercury wasn't in my sign or there was no planets in my sign to interact with Mercury, just like you guys. And I think the big thing here is that there's a whole lot of what about me communication going on. A lot of people fighting about their needs and not necessarily thinking about other people's needs. And so this is going to come up a lot. And the lesson here really is that when it comes down to it, of course, you don't want to upset anybody and you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Nobody wants to do that. But the bottom line here for every single one of us individually is that we all have our own lessons to learn. And the more we get distracted by everybody else's, the less time we have to put towards what we need to put towards, be that the lesson, be that your current goals right now, be that whatever that is that you are currently focused on. So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do click the link in the description and send me a coffee. I would love that. If you're just listening, that is ko-fi .com/heavy metal psychic, and check out heavymetalpsychic.com. You can book services and do all kinds of fun stuff on the website. You guys are going to have a great week. You always do. You're Rams. You find a way to make it a great week. So I know that you will. And I will see you guys next week. Make it a great one, guys.